It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night, the only Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it going on this Groundhog's Day?
Punxsutawney Phil, he's still out there. What's he gonna say? No one knows.
Nobody knows. This guy is a man of mystery. A groundhog of gristery, even. People say that about
He is a groundhog of gristery. If he sees his shadow, that means that Jey Uso will face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, but if he doesn't, then it's 6 more weeks of winter, and he's going up against Gunther.
Groundhog versus Gunther. How about that as a match for the alliteration fans?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool stuff. We love wrestling, obviously. Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble last night. Charlotte Flair also won the Royal Rumble. They had 2 winners this year. Jeff Probst came out and said, hey, you both did such a good job. You both win this time. Because the tide's going back down, so the challenge is over. Remember when he did that?
I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was cool when Jeff Probst was the special ring announcer for the Royal Rumble.
God, can you imagine? That would be, like, so satisfying to me, specifically. You know when things just, like, your interests just line up and they, like, interact with each other, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like when they fucking cast Wes and Boston Rob, the best to ever do it on this season.
The best to ever do it, yeah.
Or the Traitors, I should say. I was like, damn, I like both of the shows these guys are on, plus this other show that they're going to be on. This is for me specifically. This is kind of like that. If Jeff Probst were the guest ring announcer for WWE Royal Rumble.
He'd say, come on
what
in,
if they did
superstars.
Royal Rumble in Fiji? What if they did Royal Rumble, but with all Survivor contestants?
What if?
You know who my number 1 pick would be?
Who?
One, Colby Donaldson from Survivor the Australian Outback.
Whoa.
Thomas, did you watch Survivor the Australian Outback last night?
Jake, I sure did.
I don't know if you got the recognize that I didn't feel like talking about the Royal Rumble anymore.
What? It's so cool.
Can you
though.
imagine? It's such a cool event. That's so fun to talk about, actually. Did you watch this recap episode at all?
No, I did not watch the recap episode.
I tried. I didn't get very far through it, but what I did see was a pretty long scene about how obnoxious Colby's snoring was at night. So that was fun.
Good to know a little more about the contestants.
Yes. The first episode we officially watched this week was aired on March 29th, 2001. How old would you have been March 29th, 2001, Thomas?
Jake, I would have been 9 years old.
Huh, interesting. I actually would have been 10 years old.
That is very interesting.
Thank you. What a year to be alive, 2001. What a year to come into the double digits, 2001. How many viewers do you think this episode received? Last week got 28.46 million. Last real episode. We don't count the recap episode.
And you said it was 28.6 million was the
28.46 million.
46, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say so this is the recap one. I'm gonna say this got like
No, the recap doesn't count.
Okay.
This was the last real episode.
I'll say 28.7.
Try the other way.
28.26.
A little more. So close.
28.2.
And put one more digit in between the 28 and the 2.
28.12.
28.12 million. Got it right on the nail in the head.
First time, too. It's impressive.
Yeah, very, very impressive every time. The first episode we watched this week was called Honeymoon or Not. What do you think of that episode or title?
Honeymoon or Not sounds like one of the I can't believe it's not butter generic versions of it.
Yeah, like generic honey.
Yeah. Butter, it's not.
Honey, moon or not? And then it's like an old man, like a crude cartoon of an old man like mooning his wife in the backyard, and also there's a moon. Is this good? Anyway, honeymoon or not, pretty good title, I think. Is it as good as our episode number 451, a two boobs, one boob situation?
That one's pretty good.
I like that one a lot. That feels so recent, but it was 25 episodes ago.
Where does the time go, you know?
Yeah. 452, I like this one. Boys like brats, because it can be read two ways, you know? You can also read it, boys like brats, and it's like, oh, what are they talking about?
Brat
Brats or
Summer.
brats?
These boys
Yeah.
doing cocaine.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Brat Summer.
Oh, yeah, Brat Summer, yeah. I love cocaine and doing cocaine. That's a Charlie XCX song.
Yeah,
Remember.
it's my favorite song of hers.
453 was called The Diaper Club. Would you click on that?
Would I click on the Diaper Club?
If you were subscribed to a podcast and they put out an episode called The Diaper Club, would you still be subscribed to it?
I think it might give me pause. If I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah, I don't love that one. 454 though, we made up for it. Coke and Spiriters. Coke and Spiriters?
Co-conspirators.
That's pretty good. 455, Survivor 50, Legends Only, of course. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, Legends Only. Great. Everyone agrees.
456, Boston Red Flag. It's fine. If we were putting these in tiers, I would put this in the fine tier.
Yeah, it's okay.
457, pretty good. Espresso Martini, spelled like Teeny from Survivor.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good stuff. 458, Up Your Smut and Around the Corner. I like that.
Sounds a little rude to me.
It is a little rude, but you have to remember, you're also the one who said that.
I am the one that said that.
You're kind of pointing one finger at oneself and three back at yourself when you do that. 459, She Sees the Romant. I like that one because it's got my guy Roman there.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
460 is Confidence Getting. Yeah.
It's what?
Confidence Getting.
Confidence getting. Okay.
Like Armageddon, but with confidence instead of arms, or Advantage Getting. Remember Advantage Getting from Survivor Game Changers? This is like that, but everybody was confident. Remember? This was a whole thing. Okay, 461, The Demise of the DYWSLN Bump.
R.I.P.
Yeah. We had a good thing going.
We had a good run.
We had a good roam.
We had a good roam.
462 is Jeff Praise. That feels sarcastic.
That's not our highest effort one, I would say.
And a lot of these are clearly high effort.
Extremely.
463 was Chips and Salsa, like spelled like Saul, though, from Survivor.
Okay.
I like that. It's kind of fun. 464, Secret Alliance. Oh, like Saul, S-O-L. Is that what the joke was?
Yeah, that might have been it. Was that when he sent the advantage?
Oh, that's right. Yes, he sent to Rachel, right? And then she went on to win the game.
Yes.
Wow. What a move from Sir Saul. Speaking of Sirs, 465, Sir River.
I have no memory of what this was about.
It's definitely a play on the word survivor, which is the name of the show, Survivor. But what was the context of that? I don't know.
It's a great question.
You have to go back and listen to it. 465. 466, Jeff on interviewing. Do you like that one?
Jeff on interviewing?
Jeff on interviewing.
No, don't think that merits much discussion, personally.
Do you get it?
What's there to get?
The initials are JOI.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. All right. I got to give it to us.
467, we love to see you cry. Okay.
Yeah, it was like, what if McDonald's was evil and they still had their old
What
slogan?
if? Can you imagine McDonald's but bad?
What if they weren't a bunch of do-gooders like they are now?
Mm-hmm. The McDonald's house and all that. 468, another play on the word survivor. It's survivals. Do you remember what this is?
Yeah, Survivals. I don't know. That was going to be the name of a simulated season. I don't know.
Yes, it was inspired by the rivalry between Genevieve and eventual winner Rachel from the most recent season of Survivor. They're survivals. Okay, whatever. 469 was called Floppy Do Pancakes.
This is the thing that you said. In classic Jake fashion, this is a thing that Jake said multiple times.
Yeah, because it's good and funny, and when people see it, they go, "Oh, I gotta find out what this
Floppy
is
Do
about."
pancakes.
That's so silly. I gotta click on that. Okay, fine. 470. Don't want to miss a thing. This is obviously good.
Yeah, I think we can all agree on that.
Merry belated Christmas to everybody who missed that one. 471. Just Joey's. Pretty good.
I'm always thinking about just Joey's.
How about number 472? It is called A Dad, a Mad, a Dog, a Lass, a Salad.
Shout out to Ultra Key.
Yeah, I remember that being funnier in the moment. But now as I read it back, it's kind of...
Shout
Anyway,
out to Ultra Key. I don't know what else to say, you know?
Yeah. How about this? 473, Sativa. Oh, we have to say this one in the style of the Shield from wrestling. Sativa, hybrid, indica, edible, legalize it, dabs.
I like that one a lot.
That one's one of the best, I think. And 474, this was just last week. So no one told you Survivor's going to be this way. From Friends, remember Friends, the show?
Yeah, Joey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Could I be any more remembering Friends? I would say
I have two favorites.
This is okay. I think that the Shield one is definitely up there. I think that is definitely one of them.
That's one of my favorites.
What's your other one?
My other one was Co-Conspirators.
Oh, Co-Conspirators? I like that too.
Yeah. That feels like something we should shop around to, like, cocktail restaurants, though.
Yeah, that would be...
Cocktail bars?
Yeah,
Are they called cocktail restaurants?
If you go to the new cocktail restaurant, yeah, that would be pretty good. I think we can all agree.
What was your second favorite?
Let me just quick scroll through. It's so many to take in at once, you know?
Same numbers every time. 25.
It's like 50 of them that I have to...
You probably love floppy do pancakes. We don't need to continue.
Yeah, we're just gonna give it to that.
Just love floppy do pancakes.
I do like Don't Want to Miss a Thing. I think that one is pretty good.
Of course. It's got the Miz in it.
Jeff
I feel like just
it's gotta be Jeff Praise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Boston Red Flag, Legends Only, Co-Conspirators, gotta be the Diaper Club, I think.
Boo.
I actually do like a two boobs, one boob situation. I don't even remember how that
Who
came up,
doesn't?
but it's a classic situation, I think. Yeah, I think I would say probably Coke and Spiriters is up there for me. I like espresso martini and
That's a classic.
and then probably don't want him as a thing, but I think really it's sativa hybrid indica edible legalize it dabs for me. I just don't know that anything
It's
can beat
so
that.
fucking like I know it's our own bit, but it makes me laugh so hard every time I see
We're
it.
so funny.
We're so
Sometimes I
funny
just
when you
think
think
about the
about it.
things that I say with my friends and we just laugh.
It just makes me laugh when I think about the jokes we make. Okay, so at camp, everybody is feeling lazy after the rainstorm the previous night. This sucked. I hate seeing people be upset. Did you like Tina's bucket hat has a pocket on it?
Pretty cool.
Did you
I mean,
did you notice that?
the
Pretty
early
good stuff.
2000s were a pretty incredible time. I think we can all agree.
Yeah. What a year. 2000. I think this was shot in 2000 actually, which was I think the peak year of America.
There's
We can all agree.
so many great things about this the production and the era, like little things like the sunglasses that Colby wears,
Yes.
right down to the non-theme music of the show at this time, which I could only describe as video game demo disc music. Um,
Mhm.
like it's just the most generic, like techno EDM of the time period. It's just a bunch
It's
of drum
very
loops.
funny.
It is yeah. It literally it just looks like something that would be under B-roll of like an original Xbox game. Like there'd be some developer talking about how excited they are for like Blinks the Time Sweeper, and that's what would be playing behind it.
Yeah, I love the music. It brings me back. I also really like seeing them all in raincoats. This was a throwback because they don't give them anything anymore. They're like, we're going to wear your swimsuit for a month straight. I don't care if you get an infection. It makes sense, you know? Say you're on a boat, it's a 3-hour tour that goes awry. Gilligan's Island, anybody? So they had some supplies, right? They don't get any supplies anymore. Jeff,
Yeah, why are they not getting supplies anymore?
Trio Mail tells them to pick partners, so Jerry picks Colby. How about that?
Great. You love to see Jerry and Colby together, KISSING,
Mm-hmm.
but not
At the reward,
really because it's not.
it is though. At the reward challenge, the winners get lunch on the Great Barrier Reef. Naturally, Carrie. Oh, that's what we can call them. Their couple name, Colby and Jerry, Carrie, and they can vote for John Kerry in the 2004 election.
Yeah, he's reporting for duty.
Mm-hmm. Back at camp, we get a long scene of them waiting for the helicopter, intercut with the helicopter revving up. Did this feel necessary to you?
Yeah, they this needed to be there.
Jerry says there may be some animosity toward her for winning 2 rewards in a row, but she doesn't care about any of these suckers. This was rude. This was a rude thing to say. What did you think about this pilot?
What about if
The I thought, so, to be honest, I thought you were going to have more to say about Jerry being a meanie, but you apparently had nothing to
I
say.
just have nothing. I'm boycotting talking about Jerry until she's eliminated from the show. I don't want to give Jerry a platform right now. So
Mm-hmm. This pilot arrives and looks exactly what you would expect an Australian helicopter pilot to look like. He's got a big mustache and a gut and
oh yeah, that
aviator
guy.
shades.
He's like I'm gonna show you around the island or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he ruled. I liked him a lot. Bring him back. We should do a simulated season of just guys who seem chill. Get this guy on there, the kid who sold Shane his cigarettes. Just like one-off appearance guys, you know?
Bring them all back.
Yeah. We need to go back. Jack lost. At the reward, Colby says he's really got. Colby says he's really got to get him one of these choppers, and then jokes that they could be back on the beach eating rice. And Jerry, did you see this? She laughs at his joke and then holds his hand.
Wow. It's like
Romance
they're
much?
married, and you know what happens after you get married.
I do. As a married person, I do. Then they sit on the front of a boat together, like in the movies.
Like Titanic. It's just like the movie
Recent
Titanic.
movie. Titanic, the movie just came out like a year or two before this, so I'm sure that was still front of mind for the two hotties in their 20s.
They had to cut, like, if there were deleted scenes on like the DVD of this, there'd be 30 different instances of people doing the "I'm the king of the world" thing.
As there should be. They get champagne, sandwiches, and Doritos, plus underwater cameras under a canopy on a private beach. And then we get that classic house music during a montage of them hanging out. This was probably my favorite scene in Survivor of all time.
Yeah, it was good. They were just chilling.
Yeah, love to see people chill. Back at camp, they try to pass the day however they can, and there's a cool shot of an alligator lounging on an island in the river, and then they zoom out and can see Amber and Tina doing the same thing. Or I guess it's a crocodile, not an alligator. Whatever. I like this. This is a cool scene. Very inspired. Cool shot, I should say. Anyway, back at the reward, which is what really matters. Jerry tells Colby this is one hell of a first date and calls it the perfect honeymoon without the sex. You know? You know? Colby, though, is not really feeling the same way. Kind of put a wet blanket on this fun time.
Were you disappointed?
Having.
Were you disappointed by that?
Yeah, obviously. I wanted to see some smooching going on. And it didn't happen because Colby's a stick in the mud who doesn't want to smooch Jerry.
Right now, mister.
Yeah, come on. You're on my TV. You're a hot guy on my TV. Kiss the hot lady. Why am I watching TV otherwise? Back at camp, Colby returns and gives everyone their own piece of coral. That was strike one when the hot man didn't kiss the hot lady on their first date.
You're allowed to do that.
This is strike two. You cannot do this, actually.
You are allowed.
This is actually a crime.
What law is there? There's no law that says that you can't.
Oh, and look at the Great Barrier Reef in 2000 and look at it today. Interesting. Before Colby touched it and after. Interesting, huh? I'm just saying. Then Nick is the target because he's more of a threat than Elizabeth or Roger. He says he recognizes he's next if he doesn't win immunity. So we get to the immunity challenge. It's various 1v1 balance challenges. This was fun.
Yeah, I like it when people are balancing on a thing and they got to knock the other person off. That's always good.
Yeah. The first one is basically a tug of war. I probably told you about this because I think we were still doing the challenge chunk at the time. But you know Jordan from the challenge?
Yes, I'm familiar.
What's Jordan, other than being very good at the challenge, well known for in the world of the challenge?
I don't know.
He's got like one signature thing about him.
I don't. He's a new enough challenge player that I don't think about it very much. He wins a lot, right?
That's so funny. He does win a lot. He also famously only has one full hand.
Okay.
So he did this game in an elimination against Josh. Remember Josh?
From the challenge?
From the challenge, and also Big Brother, your favorite show. So everybody's like, that's not fair that Jordan has to go up in a tug of war challenge. He only has one hand. He outsmarted Joshua on this fucking tug of war challenge and won. Isn't that funny? Anyway, this also happened on Survivor, and there were multiple versions of it. Oh, boy. Nick wins. Congratulations to Nick. Were you happy to see this?
I like Nick. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since Nick won, Elsbeck is the new target. That's what I'm calling Elizabeth Hasselbeck now.
Elsbeck?
Elsbeck. Elsbeck. But Elsbeck wants to take Jerry out because she's a meanie. Did you appreciate this?
Yeah, obviously.
As a fellow Jerry hater?
We are holding Jerry accountable.
Colby doesn't want to take out Jerry just yet, though. Interesting, isn't it?
Seems like he's enabling her. That's what I'm getting out of this.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to take this lady out if she's being so obnoxious. Maybe you actually did have a good time on the date, huh, Colby? It's okay to like Jerry.
How can we even know?
It's impossible. Nick says he needed to win based on his place on the tribe. Jerry says she surprised herself in many ways. Elsbeck says when you're a minority, you're always a target. Did you agree with this?
In the game of Survivor, yeah, that seems to generally be true.
Oh, you think outside of Survivor, if you're a minority, you're not a target? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's only true in Survivor.
That's what Elizabeth Hasselbeck
no
said
other.
Yeah,
I don't know how that would apply in any other situation.
Elsbeck gets 2 votes. Jerry gets 5 votes. So Jerry's out. Were you happy?
Obviously, I was. How could I not be?
I wasn't. I would have loved to see Jerry and Colby make it to the end together and decide to split the money and get married.
Big smooch.
Yeah, big smooch at the end. The second episode we watched this week was called Let's Make a Deal. It first aired April 5th, 2001. How old would we have been April 5th, 2001?
I'm going to make a deal with you and tell you that I would have been 9 years old.
What's the deal?
The deal is that you have to tell me how old you would have been.
I would have been 10 years old still. How many viewers this one got? Last week got 28.12 million.
See, 28.5 million people were very happy that Jerry left.
Nope. No. People were upset that Jerry left, actually. Try again.
27.9.
Try a little less hard.
27. Wait, what does less hard mean in this instance?
Smaller number.
Okay, 27.8.
Less hard again.
27.6.
More hard.
27.7.
And then one more initial digital digit.
27.75.
No, too many digits.
Okay, just say what it was then. I'm not doing this anymore.
27.71 million. Wow, Thomas has never quit on this. He always gets it on the first try. So at camp, Amber is sad that she wasn't on the plan to take out Jerry. I mean, sorry, I don't know what to tell you. So preoccupied talking about meatball subs and Italian BMTs with their girl Jerry. You know?
Yeah, good. Cut it out. Cool it.
Mm-hmm. Everybody is hungry. Keith catches grasshoppers to use as fishing bait. We don't get this on Modern Survivor. An old man running around a field chasing after bugs.
It's a shame, you know?
Now it's all, what does Survivor mean to me? Jeff, shut up. It means it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah, if it was now, he would be like, my bucket list is to run around catching bugs on Survivor. Gotta check that off the resume.
My bucket list? So Treadmill gives them some money. Why aren't you laughing at bucket list? That's so funny.
It was so funny that I did, in fact, forget to laugh.
Oh, okay. I understand. At the auction, Nick spends $60 on some Doritos. Only 4 of them. Can you imagine? Only 4 Doritos?
It's inconceivable to me, but, you know.
Yeah. Elsbeck spends $260 on chocolate and peanut butter. Then we get a bunch of others for montage. Colby spends $280 on an energy bar. And Jeff says he calls Colby movie star. Why did he do that?
Colby's obviously a movie star in the making. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes. Tina makes a deal with Elsbeck. You must have loved this. You love making deals.
I do love making deals.
I'm 50 years old. And Elsbeck said, I'm coming to CBS in 2024. They share
Your
a
mom is
sandwich and
gonna
mashed
love me.
potatoes. Amber gets a mystery plate for $200. I love a mystery plate. It's a glass of water from the river they live on. This was funny.
Nice
Do
deal,
you think
idiot.
they filtered it?
They probably filtered it. I don't think they want people to get sick.
Sure. Roger gets a cheeseburger and says on the way back to camp he's going to have to use the latrine. That was fun. I love when people call it a latrine.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love it, you know? Calling something a
Yeah,
latrine,
sure.
it's great.
Everybody's stomach's upset except for Amber and Colby. Cool. Good for them. At camp, there's more rain overnight. Water is encroaching on their camp. Nick is feeling miserable and wants out of the game. And everybody else is catching a lot of fish. People did not have nice things to say about Nick on this challenge, or on this episode.
Yeah, he was tired. People don't like it when you're tired on Survivor.
Yeah, well, fucking don't try out for Survivor then if you're going to get tired. That's on you.
Yeah, oh, I'm
Okay.
tired. That's what you sound like, Nick.
Hi, tired.
I'm in
I'm
state
dad.
government now.
At the immunity challenge, it's a fire bucket on one end of a scale and a water bucket on the other, but the water has a hole in it, so they have to fill up the bucket with water and also work on the fire at the same time. This is a really fun challenge. I like this one a lot. Why don't they do this more often?
Yeah, I don't know. This seems like one you could do anywhere. It doesn't have to be in
Yeah.
Australia.
Anywhere there's water and fire, which is everywhere on Survivor, even Fiji. Jeff. Oh my God. You know what I just realized? If you rearrange the letters of Fiji, you can spell Jeff.
You can spell Jif.
You can spell Jeef. I am Jeef Probst,
Me,
host of
Jeef.
Survivor. Keith gets close, but ultimately Colby wins. Were you so excited to see your man win?
To my man, Colby.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. Back at camp, Elsbeck is feeling especially weak. Jeff comes to camp to check in on them and berates them for losing all of their rice and initiates the first ever rice negotiation. You must have loved this.
We're watching history right here.
Yeah. Herstory.
It was
making.
history.
Tells them he wants to take the camp, and they take him up on the offer. Okay, whatever. Jeff. Okay, fine. I don't care, actually. So they have to recreate the shelter, and Colby worries that Amber will jump ship. Pretty good episode, I think. This one.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a great season of Survivor. I've been saying this all season long. It's just, it was better. It used to be better.
This show used to be better. One reason that is the case is because of the wildlife shot. We had a kangaroo, we had crocodile, we had birds, we had dragonfly, we had fish, and we had, of course, the grasshopper. How many species of grasshopper are there in Australia?
I'm going to say 4.
At least 15. This one looked to be the long-legged bandwing. They're a dark brown grasshopper with dark spots on the wings. How big are they? It's in centimeters, if that helps.
I'll say they're like 4 centimeters.
They are bigger than that.
Okay. 6 centimeters.
You're going to have to do larger increments.
10 centimeters.
More.
20 centimeters.
A little more.
22 centimeters.
Ooh, so close.
23 centimeters.
Oh, keep going.
24 centimeters.
Oh, almost there.
25 centimeters.
It's 25 centimeters on average, yeah. Congratulations, you got it.
Got it first time again.
Yep.
I'm just that good.
Where can they be found?
The Australian Outback, probably.
Correct. And also Oceania in general and Southeast Asia. Where do they rank?
Uh, Question.
You know what?
Probably
I'll
least
tell you.
concern. Probably least concern.
I was going to say, it's a really good question because I'm actually still asking. I don't know. I could not find it on any of the websites I checked. So, probably least concern, I would assume. If they were concerned, they would let us know, right? Isn't that how it works?
I would hope so.
Okay, at this travel council, Jeff asks how weak they all are. Okay, Jeff loves this shit. Amba says she is a much riskier person now. Like she takes more risks, I assume she meant?
Yeah, aren't we all? You know?
Sure. Once you go down to the Outback. Um, Nick gets 4 votes, Amba gets 2, Keith gets 1. So we have to say goodbye to Nick. You're going to miss him?
R.I.P. Nick. You seemed like a chill guy.
Yeah. This week, we saw the true love blossom between Jerry and Colby, remember?
Yes. The greatest love of all.
So can you tell us the name of this week's Quotes quiz?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Where in Australia will you meet the love of your life? Should you brush your hair before you leave the house today? By Jan Yankovic, BuzzFeed Staff Australia.
Okay. It's one that BuzzFeed has an entire staff just in Australia. But I guess everybody needs a BuzzFeed, huh? Okay, what's your drink of choice? A fruity cocktail, bottled water, a vodka, an ice-cold beer, champagne, or tequila? Huh.
My drink
I
of
know
choice
Yeah.
yesterday. So I had one fruity cocktail to start. I had a gin and pineapple. It was delicious. And but I had 2 ice cold beers. So I think it's got to be ice cold beer for me.
I'm also going to go with an ice-cold beer, naturally. Bottled water, no thanks. I'm taking it from the tap. What song do you know the lyrics to? None of them. Without Me by Eminem. Riptide by Vance Joy. Advance Australia Fair. That does not have an artist attributed to it. Land Down Under, Men at Work. Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi.
I do know all the lyrics to Land Down Under.
I feel like I would if I heard it, but I can't do it off the top of my head. I feel like I'm more confident with Living on a Prayer.
Yeah,
Classic.
buying bread from a man from Brussels. He was 6'4" and full of muscles. I said, "Do you speak in my language?" He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Which koala do you identify with the most? We got a sleepy guy rubbing his eye. We got a sleepy guy yawning. We got a guy eating a leaf, staring straight into the camera. Guy scratching a branch. A guy lounging on a branch. A guy grabbing a branch, looking around.
Probably the
So much
first sleepy
versatility.
one.
I'm gonna go with the guy eating the leaf, staring into
It
the
was
camera.
between
'Cause
those two for me.
I'm kind of like a Jim Halpert type like that.
You are kind of like, I've heard that before.
Okay, choose an emoji. We've got the monkey covering his eyes. We've got the flirty guy, like looking to the side, with the smirk. We've got the poopy face. We've got the face with the X's for eyes. We've got 2 beer glasses clinking. Oh, and we've got the eggplant. What's that one about?
People really like Baba Ganoush.
Good call.
Does that have in it? I'm thinking of something else probably. But anyway,
I'm pretty sure it does.
yeah. Anyway, probably the beer. Because I did have 2 ice cold beers last night.
So I heard. I'm going to pick the smirking guy. I like him. I don't like how he's doing that to the poop emoji, though. In the lineup here, I don't love that. Oh, okay. Pick a C word to describe yourself. Before looking at these options, Thomas, do you want to just say a C word that you describe yourself with?
Correct.
Casual, cheeky, corrupt, clever, cheerful, cynical.
A little cheeky.
I'm going to say clever.
Cheeky little
for
guy.
me. Yeah. Okay, choose a date. Where's...
There's no bacon wrapped ones.
Oh, I was going to say, where's Sydney Sweeney? But I couldn't remember her name for the longest time. Okay, so we've got one standing on its own with 5 stacked next to it. We got what looks like an opened one.
There's 5 of them that have like loose dates, and one of them they're in a bowl. So I'm gonna pick the one that's in a bowl.
Oh yeah, you love cleanliness. I'm gonna pick the 2 that are kind of lying together because like I like a date, but any more than 1 or 2, it's enough, you know. Okay, ooh, here's a good question. Pick an engagement ring. We've got a big one with a big purple stone in the middle and diamonds on the side. We've got a big gold one with a big halo with a bunch of little gems in the halo. We got a big gold one with a big black stone in the middle and like halos, 2 halos around the end. What are those things called?
I don't know, man. You just got married. You should know more about rings than I do.
I literally used to work in a jewelry manufacturing company. I should definitely know what these are. We've got a more standard band with a basic diamond in it. And then we've got a traditional one, and then we've got a silver traditional one with lots of diamonds.
I'm gonna go with the more basic band one.
Yeah, it's very manly of you. I'm going to pick the flashy one with the purple because I think that looks fun. Wouldn't wear it personally, but I do like looking at it. And
got like
what?
An amethyst in there or whatever.
That's the word. Thank you. What do you have for breakfast? Men at work, a Vegemite toast, something sweet, coffee, a green smoothie, muesli, the guy from Italy, or bacon and eggs? I'm picking bacon and eggs, obviously. I'm an American.
I had 2 of these things for breakfast mix. I had some creme brulee French toast at brunch, and I also had coffee. So I'm just going to say coffee. Coffee is the most consistent thing that I have. And don't talk to me until I've had it.
Yeah, absolutely. It says I'm going to meet the love of my life in Australia at a servo. You'll go in to pay for your petrol and pick up a Kit Kat, and there they'll be. Take your time looking at the discount CDs before flirting over the ice cream freezer.
I love going to the servo.
What'd you get?
Your hometown. You idiot. You've been spending all this time searching for the one on Tinder when they've been under your nose this whole time. Spend the weekend going through your old school photos on Facebook because they're out there and they've probably loved you since your awkward year 8 stage.
How cute. And you grew up in Australia, is that right?
I did, yeah. We both went to high school in Brisbane.
Okay. Well, Survivor's over now for this week. Do you want to talk Traitors?
Let's go to Trader Joe. All that bad shit you eating is gonna take a toll. They got some healthy food for you and it's for the low. I like the garlic pizza with the pesto.
Let's talk about it.
Fucking absolutely forgot that this happened. Okay.
It's not a good season. This is not a very good season.
They murdered Bob H., which, like, okay, fine, whatever. It's not that I disliked him. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I guess I'll miss Bob H., I guess is what I'm saying. Boston Rob didn't want to murder Wes because then the focus will be on him and Derek. But then Rob wants to banish Wes? Like, Robert, what the fuck are you talking about?
You better chill, Boston Robert.
He says he likes to fly close to the sun because it's a wild ride.
Boston Rob is an adrenaline junkie.
Boston Rob, do you know what happens at the end of that story? It's like you read 2/3 of Icarus and was like, I fucking love this shit. I'm going to do this too.
This guy was
and then
so
never
cool.
picked
He
up the
loved
book
flying
again.
high.
Just like me. Alan wears a teal beret matching shirt with rainbow bedazzled sleeves on a brown jacket or blazer and pants with a teal tie and a gigantic spiky gold tie pin over the knot.
Pretty cool.
Very scary.
This is a good Allen outfit.
Best outfit of the season, I think. That tie pin made me extremely anxious, though. What if he pokes his throat?
Yeah, that'd be bad. You wouldn't want that.
Bleeds all out over the place. Bleeds out all over the place. What did I say? They have to answer trivia questions in the
place.
They have to answer trivia questions in the forest and collect gunpowder. Pretty good stuff. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Krylin, Crushell, and Dylan get the shields because Dylan's really good at rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Sure, I guess.
He was really good at it, you know? I mean, you gotta hand it to him. Man of many talents.
Was it on the television program Patriot that Rochambeau plays a big role?
Yes, there is like a basically infinite game of Rochambeau being conducted between two people at one point.
Great show. Better than the Traitors season 3? I would say so. Yes.
Possibly.
Tom Sandoval eats leftovers while leaning over the breakfast table rather than eating at any of the 18
this is so
open
weird.
chairs.
What was he doing?
Like, what if he was a traitor?
I think
and this was all a put on.
He would be so bad at it.
I hope he never is voted out or murdered because he is just so much fun to watch.
He's fun and he's very useful to the Traitors, I think, to have around.
Yeah. At the round table, Boston Rob is targeted by Derek, who makes some very good points. And then Rob says some shit that doesn't make any sense and flips it on Wes. This sucked. This made me mad.
Yeah, Wes was fun. It was fun watching him in the game. And then he just gets out because they have a bunch of dum-dums left.
And then
as the stupidest faithful, all the good ones have gotten eliminated.
As I wrote in my notes, they banish Wes. Why I had to write Wes's name twice, I don't know, but I, according to my notes, was very upset about it in the moment. It is really fucked up that they took out Wes.
It was so dumb. Like, it's just one of those things watching it where the consistent thing this season is that nobody will listen to any actual factual evidence or think about, you know what this feels like? This feels like Are You the One? I think I've said this before.
Yes.
But nobody will actually think about what's happening in the game. It's just whatever they happen to be feeling at the time is how they're voting. And then they all get really fucking distraught when it doesn't work. But then don't change anything.
This is a vibes-based season. I don't know what to tell you. People go off vibes, even if Boston Rob's vibe is outplaying you constantly. Like, it was so obvious. And now it's even more obvious, right?
Yes.
Because Bob the drag queen said, one of the 3 new guys is a traitor. And Weston said, it's probably Boston Rob. And what's his name? The other guy said, it's probably Boston Rob, Bob H. And both of them went out. And neither of them were traitors. So yeah, fucking, it's probably Boston Rob. They're so dumb. Carolyn's the only one playing a good game of the Traitors. That's my take. Wes was the only one playing a good, faithful game. That's over. Who all is left? How many people are left now? It still feels like a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how many are left. I don't feel like looking either.
Okay. Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like about 13. Sam is still there. Dolores.
Is Britney Spears' ex-husband, I think is who that is.
Dylan, Brittany, Derek, Rob, Sierra, Lord Ivar Mountbatten.
Ivar's still there. This is the thing, too. The whole argument that Boston Rob made relative to Ivar made no sense. It was complete fucking gibberish.
Yeah, he just talked a lot until he could switch the target off of himself.
People on this, they can't make any decisions on their own, and so they're just immediately entranced because they're like, Boston Rob, one of the best to ever do it.
One of the best to ever do it, you know? Then we've also got Danielle, Tom Sandoval, Shell, Carolyn, and Gabby. I like Gabby. I like Lord Ivar. I like Krylin, obviously.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Krylin having a complete meltdown this entire episode and doing something very stupid.
What did she do that was stupid?
Going after Danielle at the round table is dumb. What are you doing?
Yeah, she could have taken out Rob. They both want to take out Rob. Why don't they just work together and do it?
And it rolls up, they're like, we have to take out Rob, but first I have to take out the other traitor that also wants to take out Rob.
Yeah, it's so stupid. Like, they could have taken out Rob this week had Krylin voted for Rob, but no.
They can't do that. They're not allowed.
Why? Oh, God, I'm so mad at Rob for turning on Bob so quickly. He's so anxious if he's not running the game, and that annoys me. They list his series as Survivor Marquesas. Yeah, I mean, technically you're right.
That's true.
Okay, Thomas, what's your social medias?
You can follow me at Tom on X everything at formerly known as Twitter or Blue Sky.
The show's on YouTube. The Compassionate Hater Survivor Podcast is what it's listed as there. What can people comment on YouTube.com? Under our new episodes? Or even the
very funny smiley face.
Poll? Cool. Last week's poll asked, are you crying right now? What do you think people said? Yes, no, don't make me say.
I'm going to say don't make me say.
Don't make me say received 25% of the vote. 75% of people said no. So it sounds like we got some liars.
Yeah, it sounds like some people are lying.
What's this week poll? What's this week poll?
What is this week poll?
Would you rather watch Patriot or The Traitors season 3?
Boston Rob, one of the best to do it. One of the best to do it, or one of the best to ever do it?
Yeah, that's a really good question. You can vote on that at youtube.com/officialhaterssurvivor podcast at the community page there. We have a few shows on Patreon as well. You can find it at patreon.com/justpodcasts. Thomas, do you want to shout out any tiers we had there?
There's been a lot of basketball stuff going on, so I'll plug Teal Time, the Pistons one.
That's right. Oh yeah, are the Bulls and the Pistons still going at it?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. They're playing right now. How are they doing? Who knows? The important thing is that they have a fun time.
Yeah. Huge day at Carver Hawkeye is what ESPN has just told me. Chicago 35, Detroit 30 at the end of the first. Pretty exciting stuff for us Chicago boys. Do you want to thank the fans?
I would love to thank the listeners. Thank you for listening.
And did you want to give people the boilerplate review if they have not yet reviewed us on every platform?
This is my favorite podcast. I like it better than all the other podcasts. I give it a big thumbs up.
We're getting close to the end here, Thomas Powell. With Survivor, the Australian Outback, only 4 more episodes left. So we will be back. We will be back next week with episodes 12 and lucky number 13. Until then, have a great summer.
Deuces.
Let's have bizarre celebrations. Let's forget.
Have you seen the Amelia Perez? I'm gonna send you something, and I need to know whether you've seen this or not, because I need to get your reaction.
I will tell you I've seen almost nothing concerning Amelia Perez.
You may have seen this and just not known what it was from.
This does not look familiar to me.
All right, you gotta watch it. Make sure that you're not missing a single second of it.
Okay. I'm turning up my volume all the way.
From penis to vagina. for you.
For me,
What would you like to know about it, man?
I want to know it all. What is the protocol, the techniques and the risks? How many operations? How much time do you need?
Mammoplasty,
Yes,
vaginoplasty,
yes,
rhinoplasty,
yes,
laryngoplasty,
yes,
mammoplasty,
yes,
vaginoplasty,
yes,
rhinoplasty,
yes.
laryngoplasty, control laryngoplasty,
What is that?
Adam's apple reduction.
Yes, yes, yes.
Is that real?
That is 100. That is a scene in the movie. I've seen it in the context of the film.
But for the first half of it, I thought it was like a TikTok recreation. I was like, it's a really high production value for a TikTok.
No, that's a real scene in the movie.
Talk about a real pain.
Well, the thing about it that's so great is like one, how sensitively it handles that, but two,
I feel like I just
how
made a joke.
good the song is. Like, this is the thing with that movie. The songs are all like shitty talk singing. Like, there's none of them are good.
I liked how she kept rhyming plastique with plastique.
Yeah.
That was really good.
It's very
Best
nice to meet.
director.
I love starting a song with, "It's very nice to meet you. I want to know about sex change operation." Smarten up, Probst.
That one guy, Big Mo, two guys, little bitty Mo, three guys, four-eyed Mo, four guys, no Mo, five guys, eat Mo, five little guys named Mo.
Do you want to remember Five Guys?
Of course I do.
These guys, are they from Survivor? Are they from sports? And which ones? And if there's a theme, can you pick up on the theme? First up, we got Pat McAfee.
Okay, I mean,
Starting off strong.
yeah, former Indianapolis Colts punter, and current WWE announcer and sports show host.
Overall cool guy who you love.
I like the yelling that he does.
We had people over last night for the Royal Rumble, and Pat McAfee came out to announce that match, I guess. And somebody was like, "Oh, I love Pat McAfee. He's so funny," and I couldn't tell if they were being sarcastic or not, so I didn't press him on the matter.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one go.
It's like, all right, everybody's got their taste, whatever. Speaking of acquired tastes, how about Ronda Rousey?
Okay, Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey.
That's her name.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey. She has been around the sporting world for a long time. She was a former MMA fighter, current WWE superstar.
Is she still a WWE superstar?
I don't know. I think she is. If not, then whatever.
Sure. How about number 3, Nikki Bella?
Former Traitors contestant, Nikki Garcia,
right.
and WWE
Yes.
superstar.
And how about John Morrison?
Former Survivor contestant.
Mm-hmm.
And former WWE superstar. So
That's
the
right.
theme is that these are all WWE superstars, right? Or people associated with WWE, right?
Number 5, Shaquille O'Neal.
Former Orlando Magic, Los Angeles Laker, Miami Heat, Phoenix Sun, Cleveland Cavalier, Boston Celtic, Shaquille O'Neal. He had a cameo in Good Burger, and he went to LSU. That's the college he went to.
Of course. Thomas loves college.
Has Shaquille O'Neal been involved with WWE in any way?
Yes, he was a surprise entrant at some Rumble they had. It was not the official Royal Rumble.
Was it
I
like
realized,
the Saudi Arabia one?
I think it might have been a Saudi Arabia one, because it didn't have the Royal Rumble name, but it was still the same gimmick. Yeah, all of these people were surprise entrants in Rumble at some point. So, congratulations. You remembered all 5 guys. Did you just hang up on me?
No.